Hey everyone, welcome back to Kubota Farm back here in East Vineland, New Jersey. Yeah, I almost forgot about it. And actually, I was going to just not bother with our orchard field since we're getting close to the end here. But it seemed like a bit of a waste. I think I missed that row, or did I hit that row? It's kind of hard to tell. But it seemed like kind of a waste to not... I think I got this row. It just wasn't very centered when I did it. Yeah. Well, we'll hit it one more time. Yeah, it just seemed like kind of a waste to not take care of it. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to hop on it. I'll get it mulched up, get it subsoiled. If nothing else, we'll sell the olives outright. Otherwise, we can certainly throw them to our oil mill and turn on, put it under that fast production and hopefully make a few extra dollars that way. But I didn't mind the olive orchard, or olive. I think the biggest thing I did mind about it is whether to call it an orchard or a grove. I suppose just a field would work too. But anyways, I feel like once I had them planted and once I took care of them one season, that was kind of enough for me. I don't know what it is. I'm not like super pumped about these orchards. I don't dislike them either, but they do add a little bit of, I guess, something different to do on the farm. So I guess there's that. And I certainly wouldn't mind doing them again. It just wouldn't be my first, hop right on getting a big, big orchard going, or whatever you want to, with either grapes or olives or whatever it is you choose to do. I am probably absolutely destroying our mulcher by running it over the blacktop like that, but I am just too lazy at the moment to hit the V key for raising it. Just one of those Saturday nights where I felt like doing some farming, and I know we're starting to get a little bit close to the end here for Kubota Farm. I have a beverage. That's just water with me. I'm starting to remember to grab some water before I hit the recording. Oh, come on, Brett, get back on there. Get back. No, you're going to hit the... Nope. Good. My throat can be perfectly fine. And as soon as I swear, as soon as I hit record, my throat just goes, boop, dry. But yeah, I hope you all had a chance to see my introduction, I guess, of sorts, for our next project, our next playthrough. I'm actually really kind of looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. That map was suggested to me by one of my viewers, one of my early viewers. I think it's been around since, maybe not day one, but darn close to it. And I was looking at 2 or 3 different maps, and he suggested the Hinterland by Ornata, and I don't know if I even knew it existed, and if I did know it existed, I sure just let that one pass by, and I downloaded it, I took a look at it, and I'll tell you, probably within 5 minutes, it was a leading contender. It's just, and it's weird, because it's not like it doesn't have a ton of production, it doesn't have a ton of anything, a lot of open space, but it just looks like something, it just drew me in. And I'm a fan of Ornata. I think she's awesome. I think she does great mods. excuse me, I watch her English speaking videos. If you haven't had a chance to check out her channel, you certainly should. And given it some thought, and decided that's the one to go with. So it's going to be the Modern Pioneer series, and basically, without getting into too much detail, because we'll get more into it once we start the series. But basically, I think the gist behind it is we are going to be coming from East Vineland. We are bringing money. I'm not going into this as a full survivalist thing. I'm not going to bring 4 million with me, but at the same time, I'm not going to be broke going into it. And we're basically, the gist of it, I guess, is we heard of this great land in Germany, and it was for sale, and we scooped it up. We scooped up several plots. We have rights to. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. We have rights to basically a 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer region in this area. First dibs, more or less. And as we earn money, we'll continue to expand our land there. Excuse me, but we aren't going to be starting with. We're not going to be starting with, you know, massive equipment, but we're not going to be starting with old family farm equipment either. Kind of wanted to name it the Modern Pioneer just because we are going to be using modern equipment. We're going to be using modern tractors, modern seeders, you name it. You know, it's going to be a little bit more modern type of stuff, but still trying to stay size-wise fitting with the map and stuff. And our goal is to just build that area out. And not just with farmland, but we are probably going to be building some animal pens along the way. And we're going to try and take our fortune that we've earned here on Kubota Farm, and we're going to try and make more. But more importantly, we are basically doing it as kind of our dream farm, where what we've always wanted to do is own our own land, our own farm, do it our way. And that's what we're going to do, hopefully, if it all goes well. We'll see about that. Big plans, big talk, right? We'll see how it goes. Now, with a little luck, and if I have a single creative bone in my body, we might be able to do it up pretty nicely. That's my biggest struggle, I think, with some of these wilderness maps, or these, you know, build your own farm land maps and stuff, is I don't consider myself to be a really creative person necessarily, as far as that type of creative person. I think I was only given the gift of music, and I have some creativity there, but I'm certainly not creative when it comes to drawing and art stuff and, you know, that kind of stuff. And I don't feel like I'm a creative person when it comes to, this is annoying. I forgot this tractor kind of likes to jerk between, yeah, it's like it just has enough power to pull it, and then it tries to shift, and then it doesn't have enough power. I wonder if we should grab, well, we can try just for fun. I think it'll work. Let's give it a go. So yeah, it's I think it takes a certain bit of creativity when I've watched some other YouTubers and some people play some of these open world maps, and I don't have a lot of confidence in that, but I think you just got to do it. You know, I'm just going to do it, and hopefully, along with your help, suggestions, we can make the hinterland a pretty cool place. So I'm looking forward to it. Right now I'm just working on starting equipment. I normally change out starting equipment regardless of of what it is. I might keep 1 or 2 pieces, but a lot of times I just prefer getting my own starting equipment, and that's probably going to be the way it is with Hinterland. I like you, little 5, but we're going to move to the 6. Where's our 6? I know the 7's going to be stretching it a bit. I think our 6 might be over here. Hello, Mr. 6. I think he just squeezes. And we've got the smaller tires on. I think this little guy here just squeezes between the rows. I'm kind of looking for a little more horsepower is what I'm looking for, to maybe let it go a little bit smoother than the 5 was doing. Let's just see how it does. If this frustrates me, we'll switch back, but let's give it a go. I suppose I could at least make somewhat of an effort to not drive over our sunflowers there. And again, you know, it's new ground for me. If I'm being honest, I have played maybe 1 or 2 wilderness style maps, and even then I did not do a lot there. I kind of just messed around with them. I created some fields and just kind of messed around a bit that way. This was not the row I should have started off on, but all right, we got her. Yeah, it's just put a little Vaseline on each side of the tractor and we're good. Seems like it handles this cultivator a little bit nicer. It stays at 7 miles an hour. I just have to be a little bit more careful driving this thing. Yeah, that's looking better. Don't mind the neighbor's field here. And of course, Old Family Farm is going to stick around for a while. We've got a little ways to go yet there. Kind of looking forward to doing some more there. That's just that series has just become one of my favorites that I've done in 22. And I got to tell you, you know, it's probably, yeah, nice pull. No, Brad, reverse. It's probably, you know, one of my favorite maps of all time. Man, it's hard to tell. Cultivated from not cultivated. That's not helping us much, is it? Oh, I'm just going to run into a tree, so I better not pay attention to that. It just fits. Scraping up the paint a little bit. Well, we're going to do the best we can here. I'm skipping every other one is the intent, and then come back and do the missing ones, kind of, you know, that kind of style, but I'm finding it a little difficult to see exactly what's cultivated and what's not. Like I'm sorry, yeah, I guess subsoiled, I should say, sorry. It really doesn't look much different. Just out of curiosity, what does precision farming have to say about this whole business? I don't think it has to say much about it, does it? Am I not going to get, let's see here, nitrogen. Oh, I do know that Let's see here. What's our... Oh, just stop that nonsense. I want to get show values single reset, show total values. I want to see the... There we go. So tillage. All right. Probably what's most important here is getting the fertilizer spread down. Be kind of my guess. We'll definitely get that taken care of. But yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't see a whole lot of difference between the rows that I have cultivated and the rows that I am subsoiling. Maybe the subsoil one is slightly darker. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, come on, get over a little bit, Brad. There you go. Like I was saying, I just really haven't been drawn to that style of map, and I think this will be good. I think this will be good for me to break out of my mold that I usually am in, and try something try something different. Going inside, I can see a little bit better here what we're doing. Stay in the middle of the row would be nice. All right, get her into gear. Beautiful weekend here where I'm at. This winter's kind of been that way. We get some really rotten weather, and then the next week it's either, you know, 40 degrees, everything's melting, and it's sunny and beautiful. This weekend so far, at least today, has been really, really pleasant outside. We were supposed to get several inches of snow here Friday, but I guess it just stayed south of us, and we didn't get it. So I guess we'll take that. I'm kind of getting ready for spring. I've been ready for spring probably since Christmas, but it'll be nice to get some warmer weather back in. I do enjoy, you know, as much as I like sunny days in the winter, I really like storm season. I'm a fan of rainy days. I'm a fan of storm fronts moving in. I've always wanted to. I've always thought it would be really nice to have a house on one of the Great Lakes, especially Lake Superior. I've visited there a few times, and I've seen storm fronts coming in over the Great Lakes, and I'll tell you, it is absolutely epic. And I mean, you see them coming in too. You just see this wall of of just gray storm moving in, and all of a sudden the wind just picks up and it just hits you. And I love that kind of weather. I think that kind of weather is just absolutely brilliant. I love looking at it, being in it. I think it's great. So I honestly am looking at this going, I might be able to kind of guess which ones we've cultivated. And maybe I'll watch this video back and go, oh yeah, duh. But I'm not seeing a massive difference between what we cultivated and, I'm sorry, I keep saying cultivated, I apologize, what we mulched and what we're subsoiling. So guess what? We're just going to take what we have and we'll run with it. But the one part that I do think we need to do that I think will pay off the most is probably the spraying. I didn't leave myself a lot of room there, did I? And I'm going to go back and we're going to grab our little 5 because this M6 is peppy. Didn't realize how peppy it was. It just gets up and goes. But yeah, let's go grab our M5 here, and it just has a better turning radius. I think it does a little bit nicer job with the sprayer. My apologies if you heard that. I'm pretty sure my mic has a mute. I just always forget to hit it, but my throat is dry. I have neglected to get the humidifier out this year. I normally use a humidifier in the wintertime, and it really helps a great deal. But this year I've neglected to bring it out. I kind of regret that I did that because I sleep better with it and breathe better with it. The skin feels better. My throat feels much better, sinuses and everything. All right, little guy. You're on deck here. It's time to do your thing. We should have, I don't actually remember what our fill volume was in this. Oh, we're full? Almost full. Okay, we're good. We are definitely good. I don't think there's anything to unfold. So let's just see if we can get this baby a little bit nicer. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think this is the part that probably has the most payoff. Are you gonna stop spraying for me, or are you just gonna keep spraying? You know what? I'm just gonna let you spray, because I think you automatically stop for me. One thing I have tossed around a little bit with the hinterland map is precision farming. I don't think we're going to be doing precision farming on hinterland. It doesn't feel right to me. It feels like it doesn't really fit. For some reason, you know, for just starting off and breaking your own fields and all that stuff, it doesn't feel like precision farming would be. Oh, I knew that was coming. Oh, I knew that was coming. Yeah, we're stuck. We are well stuck. Well, that was a mistake. Uh-oh, can I get out of the tractor? Can I get around the tractor? Can I jump over? Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't feel like precision farming fits it for some reason. It feels too technology driven. And it doesn't seem like that. Just doesn't seem quite right. So I think we might do without precision farming and go old school. if you have any thoughts on any of that, let me know what you think. I don't know why, it just seems like precision farming seems, but then I say, you know what, it is modern, it is called the modern pioneer, and precision farming is a more modern way of farming, so there's that. I don't know, for me the biggest advantages to precision farming, if I'm being honest, is the savings you get on a lot of, you know, on a lot of stuff, because it saves herbicide and it saves on seed and all that stuff, but also the bonus you get, the sales bonus you get on your crops and stuff, it definitely is nice, no doubt about that. I like the way Omatana has hinterland set up so that a boat comes every once in a while and visits the dock there, and you know, basically, like she says in her video, you know, you can kind of make it so that it's dropping off equipment, you know, maybe the new tractor you bought or new accessory you purchased, plus it's picking up your grain or whatever it is you're growing. I think that's kind of cool. I kind of hung around there for a while to see the boat come in, because I don't know exactly what its schedule is, but it comes and goes, and could have swore I saw Jack and Rose on the front of that boat screaming, "I'm the king of the world." But you know, I saw something the other day, and it made me think, or made me remember, that it's not Jack and Rose, it was Jack and Fabrizio? Is that his name? Fabrizio? Whenever I think of, I'm the king of the world, yeah, Rose wasn't even there, man. She was like chilling in some first class suite, having a bunch of dudes make paintings of her or something. I don't know what she was doing. But, yeah. I think you could almost get away with skipping rows of I think you could almost get, well, no, it looks like, if that's any indication, it looks like I'm missing. I thought I was doing every one, but it looks like I've missed a couple, 2-3 rows, so I have to get that sorted. Maybe I am missing rows here and there. Oh well. So my guess would be we're probably looking at this coming week on Kubota Farm, I would guess. And I would say that would be it. So yeah, probably 5 or 6 more episodes was probably going to do it. I've got a couple ideas of some other videos to do, farm sim related. Kind of just trying to figure them out in my head, how I want to do them. Yeah, I know, I think I missed a couple rows there, but one video I continually get comments on, and people thanking me for, and I'm actually really surprised about, is the get rid of micro stutter video. And I'm not, I was hoping it would help people, but I've been really surprised at how many people have told me that it's really helped them quite a bit. And that kind of surprises me that it's been as helpful as it has been. I'm super glad it has been. It also should be an indication to giants, I would think. Now, not that they're paying any attention to my channel at all, but clearly with as many people that have told me that it's helped them, they should take that into account, that there is something not quite right with their setup with the eye tracking and head tracking deal. But I don't know. I think sometimes, you know, and I've talked about this before, I think some things get more exaggerated depending on your computer hardware. Of course, if you're on console, it doesn't matter, but if you're on PC or Mac and you're just, you know, and you're just kind of fitting into that minimum or even recommended requirements, and you're just kind of borderline there, it's any little thing helps, that's for sure. Make the game run a little bit smoother and look a little bit better. I am actually pretty curious to see the next version on what the system requirements oh boy, what the system requirements are going to be on the next version. Goodness. It's made me think too that if I'm Giant, and I could say in a perfect world, I would have to think they would want console gaming only. I would have to think that's the case. If you could do that and not lose a bunch of sales, you know, if the PC players would go to console, because supporting, I don't think I missed this row. Supporting, oh, of course, Brad. Supporting consoles is so much easier. Than supporting PCs. Yeah, you're not seeing this, by the way. Just ignore this, nothing to see here. Because of just the fact that an Xbox is an Xbox, a PlayStation is a PlayStation. A million PlayStations are all the same if they're the same model, right? And with PCs, it's just an infinite number of variations. And actually, again, just kind of hard to see where I've gone. I don't know if it's even worth doing this, if I'm being honest with you. Probably just gonna get stuck again because I didn't line this one up very nicely. Let's float down this row. Maybe I missed it. But yeah, I would think from a support perspective, boy, it would be, I have to believe it's got to be easier. And I also have to think that of course, then it makes me kind of wonder what changes that would make in the development of the game too, if they didn't have to take into account. Now I know, oh, I see, you are, okay, good. So I did miss, I think I missed 2 in a row there, based on the map at least. No, Brad. No. Get out of there. Get. Come on. There you go. Come on, there you go, buddy. Ah, just squeezed out. Now, is it this one or the one to the left? Oh, it is this one. Yeah, definitely. And I have to think that eventually there's just going to be a dramatic shift at some point to console for a lot of people. Just the sheer cost of having a high-end enough gaming PC for a lot of these games, it's just getting to be too much. It's just getting to be too much. There will always be people who will have the money to, you know, to build up a great gaming PC. But I think for the average Joe, just keeping up with all this stuff, man, wow. All right, it wasn't a perfect job, granted, but we did get some fertilizer down, and I really wasn't planning on even, to be honest with you, doing much with the olives, so I think we at least got some of that covered. I'm going to get this thing cleaned up a little bit. It looks like it's been through the mud pit. Don't let any of that fertilizer dry up in there. That's got to plug up. How does this thing spray? So does it just... Well, you can see the nozzles there where it sprays out of. Oh, and it's got a fan there. Huh. I wonder if that fan pushes air. Well, you can kind of tell which way the blades are facing, I think. I don't know if I completely get it, because it almost seems like the fan is pushing air this way towards the tank. And liquid would come out that way, and maybe the air pushing it is what's forcing it out those jetlet things. I don't know what their name are. I'm thinking jets like inside of a carburetor, but yeah. All right. So I think that's all we're really going to do for our olives this time around. I'm just looking at the precision farming score on there. pH value and nitrogen doesn't look all too great. Not quite sure what else we need to do there. I mean, I could have done a better job spraying. But if we look at nitrogen, it doesn't look horrible, and pH doesn't look horrible. I wonder if do you have to lime the grapes at all? It says perfect and good for pH, so I say we stick with it. We stick with it, call it good. That's what I say. Oh yeah, just like to look at that beautiful little case. And I think for July, I think that's it. I'm going to double check before we advance, but I think that might have been all I needed to do or was thinking about getting done for this month. We don't have to worry about doing anything with our harvested fields because we are done with those. And I think that's actually going to do it for this episode of Kubota Farm. We're getting close. We're getting close to the finish line. So I'm excited. I want to thank you all for joining me again here in East Vineland. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay safe. Have a great afternoon. Hopefully you're going to have a relaxing, enjoyable Sunday and get ready for the next week. But I appreciate all you watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate that as well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you back here Monday morning. Bye for now.